Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Ultimate Bucket List, and on today's show, I'm here, at the most famous football club in the world that's not Manchester United. Real Madrid, one of the world's most famous and successful football clubs. Now, if you've been sleeping under a rock for the last 3 decades, you probably haven't realised that they're one of the most successful European clubs in history, and have won trophy after trophy after trophy. Along with their iconic team comes their iconic stadium, the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Originally built in 1944, it's had a modern facelift, and they're still putting the finishing touches to it now. This is the most technologically advanced stadium in the world. Retractable roof, state-of-the-art TV screens everywhere, and a pitch that disappears underground. Along with all these renovations comes an increased seating capacity, and it now holds 84,744. But what's the stadium tour actually like? Well, when you leave the metro station, the stadium is literally right in front of you. It's a super modern, super imposing building, and to access the stadium tours, you'll need to come here to gates number 28, where it says Tour Bernabeu. Once you've bought your ticket, scanned in and had a quick security check, this is the start of the tour. But you're actually walking for quite some distance before you actually see the first thing of note. The Real Madrid Museum. This museum tells you all about the history of the quote-unquote best club in the world. Rather debatable. And you get various cool photo opportunities with things like signs and a European trophy right here. As you can imagine, this gets quite crowded. There's also a cool exhibit highlighting all of the technological advancements that this stadium now has. And boy, they must have spent a lot of money on this. It's in this long trophy hall where you can learn all about the history of Real Madrid, take a look at some game-worn memorabilia from some of their best ever players, and marvel at the amount of trophies they've won. They've definitely won a lot. So when they say they're the best club in the world, well, it's kinda hard to argue against looking at all of this. They'll even show off the trophies won by the basketball team. Yes, Real Madrid is also very good at basketball, and they've got the trophies to prove it. But the coolest bit is the European Trophy Hall, where you can see some of the 14 European Cups that Real Madrid have won. No other team has managed to win this many, and it provides some amazing photo opportunities. Next up is a panoramic view of the stadium. So walking through one of the lounges, you'll get this incredible view of the stadium. And fortunately for us today, you can actually see the pitch disappearing underground. So if you look closely over there, the pitch is divided into sections that are then wheeled down this hole and underground. And it's underground where they can mow the grass or grow the grass using UV lights. It's pretty amazing to see this up close and personal. And whilst you're here at the seats actually, feel free to have a walk around because you'll marvel at the amount of space that's up here. It's definitely not super cramped like our stadium, and furthermore, there's TV screens literally everywhere you look. The ones I'm showing you right now are visible through most of the stadium, but what you don't see is the underhangs of the roof, which have their own individual TV screens. As you can tell from this footage, they're furiously still trying to build it and put the finishing touches to it, ready for its inauguration in January. And it's cool to see the turf move, albeit very slowly. Once you've taken your photos and videos up here, feel free to walk back through the panoramic lounge, buy yourself a souvenir medal if you want to, and walk across another lounge where you can get a green screen photo of yourself if you want to. The lounges here are actually quite nice. Not the nicest lounge I've ever come across, but certainly not the worst. And you get to walk around some of the outside facade of the stadium. I like the fact that the new steel exterior kinda keeps the heat out, especially here in Spain where it can get quite hot. You get another chance to take pictures closer to the pitch, which is quite cool, but believe it or not, that was it. I've done this tour before, and ordinarily you would go into the player's changing room, you'd walk out into the tunnel and experience the dugout area. But because this place is massively under construction, they're literally working around the clock to get it ready for January, this part of the tour was unfortunately unavailable on this day, so they just let you out in the club shop. It's a very nice club shop and you can buy their iconic kits, which I think always look great. It's certainly not the cheapest place to buy merchandise of course, but whilst you're here, you might as well buy a memento, especially if you've just experienced a very short stadium tour like I have. So I've just finished a tour here at Real Madrid Stadium, and I've got to say, apart from the fact that the pitch moves now and that the roof is a retractable one, the tour itself is actually pretty much the same. There's a lot of walking around and you see minimal parts of the stadium. Okay, the museum is always nice, the trophies are always good to look at, fat chance we'll ever lift any, but in general, the tour really hasn't changed all that much since I was last here. So Ninh, where does this rank on the hierarchy of your stadium tours? Honestly, pretty much exactly the same as the last time I did it. I'm not going to mark it down because they cut off quite a bit of the stadium tour due to construction. These things can't be helped of course. I know that the stadium has had massive renovations and it's massively improved. However, the tour was exactly the same. You don't get to see all that much, just like the last time, and there's minimal interactions with any staff, so if you do have any questions, you can't really ask anybody. Even though it was massively shortened, it's still better than the money-grabbing Barcelona tour that I did a couple of years ago. If you want to see how Atletico fares, check out my future video here. Okay Ninh, I'm sold. What do I need to do? Well, you need to come here to the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, aka Real Madrid's home stadium. It's located to the north of Madrid city centre, and to get here, it's dead easy. You simply take the metro to Santiago Bernabeu station. The metro station entrance is literally at the southwest corner of the stadium. The cost? Well, I paid about €25 for my tour. If you pay at the box office, it's slightly more expensive. Audio guides and guided tours are an optional extra. Is there anything else I need to know? Yes. If you have bought on the website and you've bought a time ticket, be sure to stick to that time, because if you're late, they may refuse you entry. Also, this is a big place, and you'll be walking for quite a while. So if you're not a big fan of walking, or if you're scared of heights, this might not be the football tour for you. And finally, if you are visiting Madrid, please be sure to check out my Madrid City Guide here, and if you actually want to go to a match, check out my guides for Real Madrid here and Atletico Madrid right here. If you're interested in the Atletico Stadium tour, I'll leave that as a separate video right there. But overall guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please be sure to like, share and subscribe. Comment on that comment section below, and if you've got any other suggestions for any bucket list ideas, you know what to do. If I get enough suggestions, I'll go ahead and do that. But guys, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Wow, that took 3 takes. Yay.